I have my plan on how to fix the New England Patriots in 2021. I have my plan on how to fix the Patriots in 2021, and it came to me last night. We're seeing, they're calling it massacre week around the NFL. A lot of good players are being cut as cap casualties. Salary cap went down about $10 million. Usually it goes up about $10 million. So teams have been factoring in an increase in the salary cap when they do their deals. And now that increase didn't come, and it was reduced by $10 million. So teams are cash strapped every which way. Good players are being cut. A lot of good, useful veteran players are going to need jobs in 2021. I think the Patriots should absolutely go the way of the Boston Red Sox and start getting 1-year stopgap guys. Start getting 1-year stopgap guys to make yourself better in 2021. This will do a bunch of things. If you take advantage of the current marketplace, okay, look, everybody's in the same cap situation. There's a lot of teams in bad places, so you're not going to have a ton of competition where you're just going to get outbid. You can go get a 1-year player who you bring in, and that guy's going to be willing to sign a 1-year deal. 1, he needs a job. 2, he wants to reestablish value for next year when the cap goes up again and they can get paid more. Guy doesn't want to sign a 3-year deal in this climate. He wants to sign a 1-year deal now and a bigger 2- or 3-year deal next offseason. Capitalize on that if you're the Patriots. You'll make your 2021 team better, much more representative on the field of a good team. It will also allow you to accomplish your long-term goals. It will not hurt your salary structure going forward. And again, next year when the cap goes up, you'll have a ton of money to spend, and you'll have big-name free agents out there that you can still go get. If you sign somebody to a 1-year deal, and a bunch of other teams are signing guys to 1-year deal, it's going to be a huge free agent class next year yet again. And you're going to be well positioned by not massively spending this year on long-term contracts. Should be well positioned to scoop up guys next year and then give the longer-term contract that the player desires and gives you the stability that you and the fans would desire. And also, by the way, if you sign guys to 1-year deals and then they leave in free agency, you go get comp picks. What is bad about this? I have no idea what would be bad about this. This seems like the perfect situation for me. You bring in a bunch of players, good players, 1-year deals. They want to play. They want to show they're deserving of big contracts. They are highly motivated. So you have opportunity. They want opportunity. You sign them there. Money-wise, it helps them set up for the future, and it doesn't impact anything you're doing in the future. You can, and by the way, and I'm advocating for, a lot of guys maybe on defense to go this route for the Patriots. Sign 1-year guys on defense. Draft all offense. Sign 1-year guys on defense. And then next year in the draft, now you can go attack defense. But the offense needs serious help. Get the offense taken care of in the draft. Get the young, controllable, cheap talent who's got a hyper athleticism. Get that in the draft. Defensively, go and grab guys on these 1-year prove-it deals. Let them enter free agency next year along with everybody else, and you can re-sign them with a ton of cap space, probably more than $70 million next year. Or they leave and you go get compensation picks, and now you're getting more draft picks and getting better. This seems to me like a complete home run. Complete home run. The only thing that can throw a wrench in it is what Pat McAfee had to say earlier today on the Pat McAfee show. Okay, so McAfee brings up a good point. It's about the only thing that can thwart my plan. If really good players try to go chase rings, do the players I think would come to New England, do they go to Kansas City? Do they go to Tampa? Do they go to Green Bay? Do they go to Seattle? Do they go to San Francisco? And do they leave the Patriots in the dust? I think you will see some of that. There will be players that try to do that, but you'll also see guys that want and need to play. And the Patriots have that. The Patriots have room at linebacker. The Patriots may have room at defensive back. The Patriots will have room at pass rusher. They have room everywhere on defense. They have room at receiver. They have room at tight end. They got room at quarterback. They got room everywhere, essentially. Running back and offensive line are the only positions you would sit here and say, you know what, okay, they're probably pretty set there if they don't do anything. Ring-chasing guys could thwart my plan, but I just don't think that all of them are going to do that because they need opportunity to play. Hey, you can go play 50% of the snaps with Green Bay, or you can play 90% of the snaps with the Patriots. Well, 90% helps me get paid more next year, so I think a lot of them will take that. But again, I love my theory, rather, of let's draft offense. Let's draft offense this year. Let's sign defense to these one-year deals, and then next year we come at it and maybe do the opposite, right? We can draft defense next year. Now all of a sudden I'm getting a young, athletic team, and that's what I want. I want a young, athletic team that is here to sustain itself. Mark, who is all the way up in South Hero, says, Brady, I think this is a good idea. Do you have any fear, though, that these guys who come in for a year will be so focused on themselves they're not worried about the team? I think that's always a concern. When you have players in a contract year, you can always run the risk of them being selfish. I'm not saying sign everybody. You still got to vet the process and bring in the guys that will be the best for the Patriots. But much like we saw in baseball this year, the bargain basement is much, much better than usual. And you will be able to find, if you sign 6 players, let's say 6 players to $1 to $3 million deals, you'll be able to find 6 out of this whole bloodbath of this week. You'll be able to find 6 that can help that can help the Patriots. And that's what we're looking at. Can we get 6 to 7 players defensively, wide receiver, tight end? The Pats have good players still. They need a lot of help, though. And I think one of the best ways to do that, one of the quickest ways to do that, is sign one-year players. And these guys will be motivated to pay attention. Trust me, if they want to get paid, and if they want to get paid in the offseason, they're going to play hard. It's one of the things we like about Trent Brown coming back, right? Trent Brown coming back on a one-year deal here is hyper-motivated to get paid. I think that is a major driving factor, and I think guys are going to come here, be focused, buy in, and play hard. And that's all, that's all you can ask for. Be better in 2021 with these guys, not shoot yourself in the foot moving forward in the future, and continue to set yourself up. That's what I'm looking at. Zach Cox, Patriots insider at Nesson, is going to be with us on Friday's edition of the show. So I look forward to talking with him as well. So we'll see what he says. He's got his nose to the ground, but we'll continue to talk with him and see what he thinks, because this seems to be a pretty darn good plan as far as I'm concerned. And Pat